Back home, Songhua is telling Hasten before the big day, don't worry and don't talk to anyone too intimately, you have to show your maturity, understand? And you also need to look good in front of the examiner, understand? Sis, I understand, but no. I'm not going to take the exam today, I'm just going to register. Huh, then I have to tell you, I made you do it this morning. You look like a gentleman. It's crazy, I told you, but you don't remember. At the headquarters of the Glorious Society. Today people came to register a lot, saw Hasten come, they were shy. What's wrong, what's the problem? The one over there, the one who looks weak as a disease, the one who is so mediocre and takes the exam. Don't talk amateur like that, you know how immature it is to look at appearances to judge a hunter. But he's not a patient, he can't see anything, he's weak to the win, he's out of words. Yeah, that's right, but there's nothing wrong with that. If he paved the way for us to die first, then I'd appreciate it. Mom, really, I can hear you all, assholes. I remember all your faces, a big nose, a broken face, a long face, hair like stealing, just take care of yourself, I'll never save you. Hasten quietly went to the reception desk. Yes ma'am, I am here to register, yes. I thought things were getting better, but it still looks so bad. Sir, your application has been submitted, you can leave here quickly, the girl has a nasty face, that's really bad, how important appearance is. Even if she stigmatizes me like that, she should control her expression, hurt me already hoo-hoo. Next one, please. Who's that? The handsome man stepped up and looked at Hasten mocking, who is that? Guys like that also registered as healers, it's down to our level. May I ask, are you Jaiwan? Oh, I'm already recognized, can you pretend you can't see me? My registration as a hunter is still a secret to outsiders, haha. Oh my god, is you Jaiwan really? Unbelievable, Mr. Jaiwan said he would register. You will keep the secret, right? Yes, yes, you can rest assured. Others are sought after, and Hasten is rejected by everyone just because of his appearance. I have already applied, just going home now. Registering faster than I thought, what should I eat at home? After a while, Hasten saw a woman standing in front of the headquarters of the association. She was holding up a board and shouting, ask the Glorious Association to explain, Gabang Dong Ward is abandoned, why we have to accept death. That's a demonstrator, but she's the only one. Now that I think about it, the protests are getting smaller, even though it's a disaster, but sometimes Hasten thinks that if she woke up sooner, she wouldn't have to protest like that. In the meantime, someone from the association ran out and said to the old lady, you must not do that, you will be arrested by the police. The old woman reproached, you could have come, you could have saved them. Why should my poor child die? The old woman cried, Madam, calm down, today is the third day, if you continue like this, you will fall. Hasten thought, at least once, let me see the president of the association wants to be able to say clearly, that to even him was very difficult, let alone the old woman. He is determined, from now on I will try my best. At this moment, another man saw the old woman crying, he was annoyed, hey, you stupid bastard. I told you to shut up and end this, but what are you doing now? He rushed to push the other person away. Who was he? A member of the association, named Nam Kaidiak. At first glance, Hasten knew that he was a knight, physical condition E, warrior skill, chaser, pretending to be the French, is a poker face on the battlefield, he is a hunter. Class E, he is a member of the Star Glory Association, but the temperament is a bit obnoxious. Ma'am, I told you I wouldn't leave it alone, if you mess up here again. I wonder why you don't listen to others. Hey, you think the president is easy. I warned you, but you disobeyed me. Hey rookie, take a look, if you want to stop someone. Then he had to act neatly and forcefully. Only then they would understand. As he said that, he raised his fist, he was about to punch the old woman in the face. You should have listened to me in the first place, if you did that it wouldn't have been long now. He was insulting new recruits when he was suddenly stopped by Hasten's hand. What is that? What's going on? What are you doing? Who the fuck is this? I'm asking you, asshole. Who are you? Where did you suddenly come from? Out of nowhere I still have to work. But Hasten did not show fear, because he hated to see such discontent. Hasten warned him, you should stand still. Before I break your neck. Are you a member of the association hunter using his power against a civilian? It's just unacceptable, are you crazy? I'm just doing my job, what the hell are you doing interfering with my business? Goddamn job, I despise. I'm a rookie hunter, so what are you gonna do now? Hey rookie, throw away your ether, while I still talk nice. If I don't throw away, what do you do to me? Then you have to eat onions. At this time, the two sides are ready to rush into battle. Hey, dangerous young man, the old woman was afraid of Hasten, so she intervened, but Hasten told her not to worry. I'm never going to lose to him. You have a strong mouth, kid, let's see if you can still be strong after I beat you up. You moved. I remember I told you to stand still, why don't you listen to others? I warned you. The thing that didn't listen was you. As he spoke, Hasten put his hand in the face of the overbearing hunter, making him unable to dodge. Who is this bastard? He's not a rookie. You can only talk, people like you are also members of the association, it's disgusting. After Hasten's attack, the other guy fell down, so strong that he broke the surrounding bricks. The other guy tried to get up. What are you going to stand up for? Wouldn't it be better for you to lie still? Kayatak cursed Hasten, this son of a bitch. Well, what do you mean? I can't hear you. Hasten even tried to make fun of him. I'm going to kill you, you son of a bitch. Kill me, you're funny too. Hey, God of War, if you can, try to kill me. Do it, tell me. What is the skill of pretending to be a magician, a pursuer, poker face on the battlefield? Haha, must be a coup. The other guy was blatant, his head was swollen, this bastard didn't know his ability. Hey Kaidiak, if you're the representative of the association, then set an example, you know. What you need to protect is not the reputation of the association, but the people, you idiot. Only hooligan hunters can reach out to commoners. Hasten was teaching the other guy a lesson when a group of people came up. The person in the black shirt stood in the middle and spoke first. Sorry. What are you doing in a sacred association like this? If you want violence, go out and do it. Hasten turns to look at them. It seemed like he already knew who was talking to him, the power of his flowing blood. I can't get anywhere. S level, the highest level of power a human can reach, and also the pinnacle of a hunter. When faced with monsters, the concept of death, failure, or despair are all warnings of danger that any hunter will have to go through. But it was different for them. Because they are not ordinary hunters, they cannot fall and always appear as saviors for everyone. Each S-rank hunter has a different job title. This thing is heavy, is anyone hurt here? All of you get out of the way, you'll get hurt if you stand near me. Oh, the flames. Burn it all up, despair or defeat. Look at it falling down, get away from it. Lord, please protect us. They used miracles to create an absolute barrier. They were level S, and in front of Hasten now was the Knight of God Gunai, who was also the president of the Korean Glory Association. S-rank hunter, Maria the Miracle, the world's #1 healer, with a kind heart. The three of them approached Hasten and Kaidiak's place. God Gunai questioned the rookie who dared to mess up this place. I came by because there was a riot here, you won the victory. Not just the association pulling the strings. The hunters of the association use violence. Rookie, aren't you in a hurry? You think you can be arrogant here? Just because you have power, you should think twice before you act. Stop babbling. God Gunai could hear what Hasten just said, even if it was just murmuring in his mouth. It seems that no guy has ever dared to answer to him like that. What? Oh sorry, I accidentally said my heart. But if you want to stop us, shouldn't you do it more right? I know this situation looks like a farce. I also know this is easy to misunderstand. Newcomers are not allowed to fight the hunters of the association, I understand very well, but whether a hunter of the association is allowed to use their ability on civilians. If that's allowed, then excuse me. If I know that's okay, then I didn't stop him from hitting the old lady. I'm talking about whether a knight should be allowed to attack people. But since an arrogant person like me flew out to stop him, then I should be punished, right? Oh my God, Maria was constantly sad when she heard Hasten talk about what just happened here. God Gunai glanced at her. He couldn't reveal his nature in front of Maria. He had to be holy. After a while thinking about it, he answered Hasten. I'm sorry, this is my fault. You did the right thing. I will definitely punish the hunters who attack the people, and for the victims. I will hand it over to the vice president of the association, Yu In-won, to handle it properly. Ma'am, please come this way. I'll go in first, let's meet next time. It's over after all, thankfully it doesn't become a mess, but Hasten still needs something and still wants to talk. You're not leaving yet. Don't you really know? Okay, let me tell you more. She is from Gabang Dong Ward. Her children all died in the explosion of the double gate. Unfortunately, because that's what you should have been able to prevent. God gunai President. I think all the buildings around here are clean. This building does not have even a single stain. It is a beautiful, luxurious building. But Gabang Dong Ward is still covered in blood. The chairman was surprised by Hasan's attitude, and had little doubt about his background. Maybe this guy also came from that beggar place. That's right, I'm also from Gabang Dong Ward. Congratulations on successfully protecting the elite ward, Gupa Dong. It's a relief to know that there aren't too many assault victims there. God gunai President. Why don't you come to Gabang Dong? At first I tried to understand you, you know. Are you really having no way to save us? Am I making you suffer for a sin you didn't commit? But we all know that's not the case. That day, Dr. Jean also told Hasan that, I watched CCTV in this area as you requested, to conclude one thing. If the glorious society sends its people there, the number of victims will be reduced to half. And Hasan said, according to what I was told, the boss monster was a bit difficult. The question is, why did you abandon the lives that you could have saved? If you have a mouth, tell me. God gunai was still dumb as a mussel, didn't know what to say to this guy, but kept the image in front of Maria as well as the public. And Hasan is angry. I said you have a mouth, open it and tell me. Immature, he just opened his mouth and said those 3 words. Unbelievably, the president responded to Hasan like that. He also told Hasan that he only knew how to act according to his feelings, instead of thinking rationally. Because of his limited vision, he couldn't distinguish right from wrong. He didn't know when to say, I understand that you are full of enthusiasm, but at least you should be aware of who you are talking to, and calm down, be polite and talk. You're a human, not a monster that behaves that way. Haha, what, monster? You have to know who you're talking to, President. You know how to talk so eloquently, right? How can I not know who you are? You are so famous. You are the strongest knight in Korea, and are being suppressed by Khan Hyan. Hearing this, Chairman God gunai got angry and started to show his face. His serum rushed up like he wanted to challenge the rogue soldier. Hey rookie, I tried to make sense to you, but aren't you being too rude? You must have a lot of confidence in your talent, right? More. What, are you out of your mind? You ask if I'm confident, but you have to try it to know for sure. So let's give it a try. Even if I'm not strong enough, I won't bow to you. On the other side of the road, a cool guy was standing next to his car to talk. Everyone around there also whispered to each other, hey, look over there, is that a real person, as beautiful as you can imagine? Why does he look even more handsome in real life? God, is he a fan of mine again? Jaiwan is really bored when he hears these kinds of words. Being famous and handsome is also very painful. Will be quite tired if I keep attracting too much attention, so it's best to just sign the name, and tell them to avoid it. That's troublesome. Excuse me, quickly hand me the paper with the pen. What? I said hand me the paper with the pen. We heard it, but why did we suddenly give it to you? Aren't you going to ask for my autograph? Huh, who are you? What's wrong with him? You must be clueless. You say those words even though you don't know who I am. You Jaiwan, you're crazy, you're too sexy, you attract people who don't know you, your popularity, I say beautiful is also miserable. Sorry, I don't know if you made a mistake, but well, let's forget about it. Look over there, do you see that? I'm sure you know, if you're a hunter who's here to sign up, but that's it. The lifeblood of the famous S-rank knight, God gunai, compared to the lifeblood of the new soldier, like an elephant and an ant. Now that they were starting to realize, was it you Jaiwan? Whoa, had to ask for an autograph. Candidate, I will forgive you, if you apologize to me right away. Please choose a decision soon that you will not regret. Well, if you mean well then thank you, but it looks like my left hand doesn't want to do that. Hasan points his middle finger in the face of the noble S-rank hunter. You're digging your own grave. Would be a rather expensive lesson, but who cares? Because you are the exception. Mr. Chairman, your joke has gone too far. Maria feels that it is not okay, so she hurried to stop it. I understand your intention, Mr. Chairman. He was just showing his strength, to encourage this contestant, right? However, this is not good. I'm afraid that outsiders will misunderstand. They are focusing their eyes on us, so why not stop here? Hundreds of people gathered to watch. There were also many opinions. As expected, he was just showing him his strength, but even if that's the case, it's a little too stressful. Of course, I think God gunai President is. That contestant must have been lucky enough to personally witness the superlative lifeblood. Indeed, I want to be like that too, but I don't have a door. At this time, the wicked god Gunai also calmed down. He saw that everyone was paying attention to his actions, should immediately change his attitude. He pats Hasten on the shoulder like an intimate, "Hey contestant. I feel a little embarrassed for teaching you when my skills are still lacking. Have you learned anything?" Seeing his friendly face that I felt so disgusted, felt like I was about to vomit. He's a vicious and shameless bastard. He approached Hasten's ear and said, his face was so sour. "We will see each other a lot more. Maria is still trying to sort things out. Please end it all here, Mr. Chairman, even though I chased the crowd away, but if you keep messing around, I won't stand still." And the contestant, "I'm sorry." Maria bowed her head and apologized to Hasten, because he set her long torment. "I have no justification for the problem with the gate. I promise to apologize and make appropriate compensation to those affected." "Promise, it's ridiculous. Gabang Dong is under the management of your glorious guild, and the fact that you protect it, that's what a 3-year-old knows. It doesn't seem like it should be called a promise. If you're just going to say you're sorry, don't go, you're just good at acting. What's the strongest shield? What's the magic? What is a proper apology, and what is a reasonable compensation? What does it mean when they are already dead?" Hearing Hasten say that, God Gunai was angry and even tried to handle this contestant with his fist, but Maria said, "Please stop, Chairman. He didn't say anything wrong, that's the truth. We are indeed the ones who are wrong here." Looking at the scene now, there must be people who think Hasten is a bad guy. But they were polite to a bunch of hypocritical bastards who didn't protect them. What a promise. When I think about my sister's situation at that time, who almost died because of you guys, I feel even crazier. You think you just throw money at everything and it's done? Don't you think the dead will come back to life? Don't trade people's lives. I'm too stupid to believe your words. Hasten angrily turned away. "Sorry. Please stay a bit, if you don't mind," Maria called Hasten back. "May I know which skill group you subscribe to?" Therapist. Listening to Hasten say he is a therapist, Maria is surprised and somewhat admired. Hasten patted his chest affirming, "I, of course, couldn't save everyone. But I won't abandon them like you did." Hasten left. This place was left with God Gunai, Maria and the feelings left after talking with the new soldier, healer. What a surprise. His veins are pretty rough for a healer. Would be quite good if his value as a healer was high. After the war of words with the glorious guild president, Hasten returned, even though he had so refreshingly cursed them. "But why do I feel angry because I lost? Well, I didn't choose to fight him, because I thought I would win. Thanks to the rioting staff, a lot of people gathered. More importantly, Maria is the key. I'm sure she will stop the fight." But in that moment, I felt so small, like I was facing a huge mountain. Compared to him, my skills and experience are still far away. Frustrated, I thought I was a little stronger, but only by the mosquito. It seems that the road ahead is still long. Hasten came home, found the door wide open. He thought that the house was having guests, but which guests did not know. When I returned, Hasten entered the house, but the two people inside were talking passionately, not caring about his appearance. "These things are so popular lately. Cook, try." "Oh, really?" "That's right, now everyone uses these things. Trending." "Hey, Hasten, you're back. Since you had a cute girl like this as a friend, she's so warm." "What, your friend?" Hasten was bewildered to see Bai Su. "Hey, you made me wait a little long." Hasten was both surprised and angry. It seems he didn't welcome Bai Su very much. "Hi, long time no see." Going out, she got out quickly. So Bai Su was mercilessly kicked out the door. What a cold sun. "Goodbye." Hasten closed the door. Bai Su called back, "Hey, wait. We're friends, right? Aren't we friends? Why are you so heartless with your only friend?" "I came here just to visit you, but Hasten has some strange news. Yacha told you to come here, right?" She went back and told Yacha. "If he dares to approach me like this again, I won't go back and forth with him. I am an important salesperson to him, right? If he still wants to keep this relationship, to have the opportunity to buy rare goods, then he's best to stick to the limits." Hasten, what's up?" Hasten heard her call. He just came back. Manhwa punched her out of the house. Recognizing that Hasten returned with a strong sister. "Hasten, why did you kick out your friend, instead of inviting her into the house? Do you have any courtesy? You don't think she'll feel hurt? Just apologize to her." "Who's so touched, my dear?" And then Baisu drove Hasten somewhere. Hey, are you still angry? I apologized for approaching your sister. I swear we weren't going to do anything to her. Huh, so why are you acting so sensitive? It's Yacha, he's not simple. I'm not worried about you, but I don't believe Yacha. He's very good at trading, but he also has too many secrets. I don't know anything about his past, his goals, or where he's going to run. If he puts something dangerous on you, without you realizing it, then can you guarantee that nothing will happen to my sister? I do not guarantee that I can. But my dad wants to be a great partner to you, that's why he sent me to support you. Don't be a liar, he just wants to use you to monitor me. Baisu gapes, how do you know that? I haven't sent anything yet. Understandably, I heard that the supply of sunflowers is gradually decreasing, and the demand has not changed, but the association tightened its oversight. And just at this time someone appeared with sunflowers. If I were Yacha, I would also supervise them. But I don't think you are so obvious, don't you underestimate me, expose the conspiracy. Baisu also admitted, it seems that we have been caught, but you are a special case. I've never received a warrant to monitor anyone before, seriously. I don't know if you know this, but Yacha and I don't share the same bloodline. He was called a father because that's the name the black market gave him, but he didn't give birth to me. It means that we are not real father and son. Objectively speaking, I am no different from an orphan. I don't know what to think. Maybe because I'm special, let's say so, haha. What, you must not be thinking you are a princess, or the main character in this world. Why are you so confident? Listen quietly, you may also find the Godfather very strange. He is not an ordinary person. Scars are the most authentic evidence. I still don't understand why he did it. The day I was sold on the black market, he looked at me for a long time. And slashed me in the face. At that time I really wanted to die. I was desperate at the thought of having to live with such a person for the rest of my life. It was carpet, but I couldn't do anything else. So I started the second day in such a bad condition. And the Godfather, he didn't do anything, and then nothing happened. Why, Baisu, do you need to go to the hospital to check? Maybe you've been beaten to the point of losing your memory. He tortured her like that. But God, it wasn't like that. Baisu was angry because Hasten kept interrupting what he was telling her. Then what is it? Remember that day, you were thrown against the wall, because you interrupted me when I was talking to him before. Well, how should I explain it to you? Alright, let me tell you. How he thought the owner of his car was dead. What's this got to do with? I don't know. These things are scary. This is a psycho test. Just answer me, Hasten asked again, thinking about it. Why are you driving so suddenly? Do you have a driver's license? I doubt it. This is illegal, you know. My little question is too hard for you. Why do you keep walking away? I tell you to answer. Hey, I asked if you had a license. Baisu also evaded Hasten's question, and naturally asked him about a tree. Have you ever heard of poisonous poppies? Poisonous poppies? I think I've heard. It is the famous plant in the black hole. Yes, it looks like an ordinary plant, but if someone produces and drinks it, then they lose emotional control and have hallucinations. Wait, that thing, it's a drug, right? Yes, it is terribly addictive, and buying it is also very easy. It is very addictive, even once or twice cannot be stopped, but the scariest thing is, it doesn't do any harm to the body, except that it makes people addicted. You just thought it wasn't bad, didn't you? If you think so, you are fooled by it. That's how poisonous poppy destroys people's lives. You say it does no harm but addictive. First of all, even if the poppy is easy to buy, it is not cheap. The reason is because the demand is always greater than the supply. Even if they run out of money, they still can't stop using it. So where did the money come from to buy it? You guessed it, it's so addictive. That's what happened to the owner of this car. He's addicted, and at that time he could no longer afford the opium. He borrowed money from the Godfather and did not pay his father's debt on time. With my father's temperament, what do you think he will do when the debtor does not pay on time, making the debt late every day? At that time, he tore off the person's limbs, and threw them to the dog to eat. Now you understand, he doesn't have the same thoughts as ordinary people. All of them were killed. Those who disturbed him, those who took his money, and even those who failed to carry out his orders, they all had the same tragic ending of going to hell. I really hated it. So I started a rebellion. I disobeyed him, and I even tried to steal his money. When he found out, I really thought I was going to die when I looked into his eyes. But the strange thing is that nothing happened. I can't believe it. Well, that's what happened to me. Like I said, I don't know why the situation is like that. But I guarantee, you don't need to worry when you behave badly in front of him. If it's someone else, their heads must have left their necks immediately. He liked you that much. Hearing Baisu say that, Hasten felt relieved. The end of the story is here. They came to a forest edge. Okay, where do you think this is? Tada. Baisu is eager to introduce. This is a black hole that is expected to have a silver sunflower. Wow, if there is a silver sunflower in there, the monster will be strong. I hope you come back safely. Come back. You worry a little too much. Don't worry, who am I? I'm the king of this place. Hasten doesn't hesitate but confidently walks in as if he's sure of winning, whether he was too confident in his power. Inside the poison, Baisu was rummaging through the item box, probably wanting to prepare Hasten for battle. This and this. I guess this one needs it too. Ah, almost forgot, and this one too. Oh, there it is. Hee. What is that? Why so many things? Baisu said this was an elixir that my family had recently developed. We use it to attract monsters. Is very good too. Hasten took the medicine bottle and found out. Baisu was extremely happy again. Hoo, are you surprised yet? Don't underestimate the skills of the black market people. I also have a lot of good equipment for cow. How to use it is, first we will dig the trap, then pour the medicine in, then wait, the potion will be able to attract monsters. Just like that, the monsters will put their heads in the basket by themselves. Why are you standing still like that? Are you very impressed by the plot of the Great Baisu? Hey, wait, what the hell are you doing? Hasten suddenly opened the potion and poured it all on himself, as if he wanted to use himself as a monster bait. Baisu panicked. God damn it, your hobby is suicide. If you want to die, go die alone. Drag me into it. Get away from me. You stand here a little longer and they will come and I will run away. You're crazy. Don't worry, I just need to kill them all. I can take care of this. Don't worry about it. He really made people hate it. It's arrogant to cure it. Stop talking nonsense. Take it. Baisu gave Hasten a small yellow pill. This is the antidote of this place. You quickly swallow it. It only lasts for 3 hours. Don't let your guard down. I will get out of here by myself after the time limit expires. You have to do the same. Wait for the other person to finish first. Wow, even though you just came here to watch me, it's hard to prepare well. He also prepared an antidote for me. Who's so touched? Sorry, but I haven't forgotten what you did to me yet, so stop playing cards with me. Okay, next time, just prepare the medicine for yourself. Don't worry about me. What about you? Why don't you? Baisu innocently asked Hasten. It seems that she didn't know Hasten's ability to heal and resist poison. Because this place is like my home. Smells good. The black market is really not just a place to trade. Like this, you can't ignore them. Who thought it would work like this? The elixir just now worked. The monsters have smelled the smell and have come in large numbers. How many of them are there? 100, or 200, from their appearance. This is definitely an infectious goblin monster. Poisonous beasts, warriors, physical level E. The other grades are D and the difficulty is 1. But no matter how much, it doesn't matter to me. I will handle it quickly in one note. Couldn't change the fact that they would become my experience point. Hasten stopped running and turned to look at the monsters. He quickly activated the level 2 unique ability. The monsters don't even understand what's going on and what this prey is going to do. Only saw Hasten very quickly rush into the middle of the siege, launching 7,749 moves in a flash, with only a tiny weapon in his hand. Soon the group disintegrated, the remaining ones rushed away. Hasten excitedly chased after them. Where are you going? Stay and play with me. Wow, got it. Hasten caught any monster, then gently slashed it on them, also looking perverted. At first, the monsters thought this guy was crazy. He couldn't die with a small stroke, but after a while, the poison began to spread, and they died in pain. This is too easy. Using acceleration skills, it is really a great card when fighting low-level monsters. Come to think of it, except for the dream of putting the enemy to sleep, can I still use anything? I should have asked V1, but no, my self-esteem doesn't allow it. But I'm sure that if I continue to fight, there will be an answer later. It looks like I've taken care of all the low-ranking ones. Their bodies are piled up like mountains, sitting on the monster corpses. I felt like a genius. Or now I check the play status window, see how much the stats have increased. Wow, up a lot. Hasten, level 1, The BA level of Black Ether is 2332, Physical D, Recovery S, Unique Skill Level 2. This growth rate is ridiculous, but just the point I reached level D is quite unusual. I can be stronger and faster than I thought. Okay, hope to get it soon. I'm sure they have silver sunflowers too. I'm sure there's something there. Is it really there? This place could be a dungeon. But thinking of a forest next to a desert, it's doubtful. I have to be more vigilant. Hasten dashed to the ground and ran to the nearby desert in search of silver sunflowers. He felt something under the sand, as if there was something here, but couldn't figure out what it was. Hasten was watching when suddenly that thing was rushing at a very fast speed. There was still another monster. Waking up, shooting himself, it was hidden deep under the sand and suddenly crawled up, making Hasten a firefighter. It was very big. Of course, because it's the boss here. The goblins are just trolls. The battle has just really begun. You're the boss in this place, right? You look big, but you're not pretty. I told Baisu that we would be out early today, so you should cooperate a little bit. Looking at your appearance, it seems that you are a cypress worm monster, a multi-legged poisonous monster, physical level B, another level A, level 4 difficulty, which is pretty cool, but it doesn't seem like it will be easy to beat you. After babbling for a while, Hasten activated the unique skill to jump up close to the boss. Turning the scene towards Baisu, she is worried about Hasten. He is late. The potency of the drug is almost over. How long will it take me to wait? I will breathe poison gas in this place for too long. I will probably die. Man, maybe he left me here and went somewhere else. Where to play? Hasten is having to fight the boss here. Damn it, my weapon doesn't do anything to the monster. Is there any mistake here? Why is this monster's armor so hard? I can't penetrate it. I've attacked many times in the same place, but the armor is only scratched this much. Just like this, I will not be able to finish it. Moreover, I will lose my strength, and forget about it. What I need to do is think about how to survive here. The battle seems unbalanced. The boss is very strong, and has thick armor that protects it, making it impossible to take damage. While it kept attacking Hasten like this, it wasn't okay. No matter how thick the armor was, its body had suffered some effects, but it didn't even care. Just a second later, I was beaten up. Fortunately I dodged it. But it was annoying. I can't knock it down with a physical attack. Fighting on its body alone is very dangerous. But the most remarkable thing here is the nature of the dungeon. Although the Monopoly is a great skill, it needs a condition that my feet need to touch the ground. Step. Using a single foot with a desert terrain like this, the damage has been reduced by more than half. But looking at it in a positive way, while fighting it, I accidentally discovered silver sunflowers on the other side. Even though it's just an illusion, it's still extremely prominent in the middle of the desert. It can't be mixed in, but I think I'm a little too optimistic. Because the danger is imminent, but I don't have the advantage of speed. My skill really has no effect on that damn thing. I really can't think of a way to penetrate that armor. The monster relentlessly attacked again. Damn it, again. First I need to keep the effect as full as possible, but I guess that's the same thing. Just take the risk. Hasten is reactivating the unit once again, but it looks like the ground is sinking. After that, not only could not move but also fell backward, and was hit by the monster. Its sharp claws seemed to pierce him at that moment. The monster shook hard. Hasten flew away and thought he was dead. It hurt so much, it felt like every joint was crushed. If I get hit by that head, I'll be dead. Therapy must be activated. With this situation, I'm afraid I have no way to win. I can't easily die here. If I have more help, then I can collect that flower while it is distracted. But my blade can't even penetrate the armor, so the dream attack has no effect on it. In this situation, everything is useless. Just when Hasten was desperate, something turned. Dr. Jin's gadget has turned on its own to suit the situation of the dungeon. Huh, what is that? Exta is warming up. Just when he didn't understand what was happening, Hasten's shoes were suddenly equipped with something. It looks very solid and will definitely work under this desert terrain. Notification, Exta is activated, enhancement activated. Wow, that's a breathtaking difference. Genuine treasures are different. Why not transform earlier and wait until now? I feel like I'm standing on flat ground. I feel the force. Now I can believe that I will be able to pierce the armor then. Haha, you hurry up and come here. Hasten waited for the boss to rush in. And as expected, when it reached a certain distance, Hasten successfully activated the set. But Hasten did not jump up to attack directly to pierce the boss's armor, but he moved quickly to distract the boss. Hasten ran around and it didn't catch up. He finally succeeded in distracting it, to run to the silver sunflower. Dangerous, where's the flower? Ah, here it is. Discovered by me, silver sunflower, hee hee. Hasten quickly picked it. That's enough in the sun. Now let's handle this big guy. Turning to the white dream. Even if you can finish and take the core of the boss to increase the black ether, how great is it? However, this dungeon is within the authority of the association. Hasten needs to hide his strength, just a small mistake will make no sense. He didn't even dream of becoming a hunter, so he just forgave this monster. So now I need to pierce the armor with the dream, then infuse the drug with it, because the dungeon will disappear after the boss is finished, so I can only anesthetize it there. The problem is how to penetrate this armor, it's thick. Just now, Exta reacted when I said it was useless. In other words, there was a high chance that I and Exta had some connection. If its physical level was A, then it wouldn't be finished just by piercing the armor, so I need to put all my strength into one attack. I need to focus on one thing, the ultimate form, one attack on the enemy, with optimal efficiency. Hasten took the risk, activating a heavy fire attack. Just this one move. Please, it's working. Fire attacked the monster with all of Hasten's strength. Initially, only the armor cracked a few lines after being hit. But a moment later, as expected, the boss' thick armor was pierced through a hole. Ah, glad. I knew I could do it. The monster was mesmerized. Hasten just remembered, well, I don't know how long I've been here, I guess it hasn't been too long. I don't know how Baisu is, let's go. It's been 7 hours since the two of them entered the dungeon. Baisu now looked like a monster when she smelled the poisonous gas in the poison for too long. She was about to go crazy. I'm going to kill Mr. Hasten, I'm going to wait that long, you're dead. Hasten, after putting the worm to sleep, also joyfully returned, holding the silver sunflower in his hand. And constantly rubbing, hi, this thing is so beautiful. If I sell this, money is no longer a problem for me, hee, I'll be rich no matter what. Hasten returned to the meeting place and found Baisu still waiting for her. Hey Baisu, are you still here? I thought you had left before. Hey, sorry, I'm a little late. A little late, did you finish your last words? Baisu returned to give Hasten a good fight. A total of 7 hours, Hasten, you say an apology and you're done. Dare to make me wait like this, you're also very brave. Baisu raised her fist, but Hasten found that her hands had unusual purple spots, not only on her hands, but all over. Baisu also began to show purple bruises because she was poisoned. Yes, even though she took the medicine but waited for 7 hours, it was still too much for her. Look at this situation, it looks like she's at her limit. She was simply waiting for me, but no. Hasten found that Baisu had ransacked the basket of equipment she brought with her, to find all kinds of drugs available. Thinking that Hasten fought so long with the monsters, something must have happened that took so long. Realizing that she tried to save herself, Hasten felt a little touched. Thank you. While saying thank you, Hasten happily treated Baisu. Receiving Hasten's therapeutic power, Baisu felt a very familiar feeling. This feeling is exactly the same as the last time, very warm and comfortable. The wounds, and the pain on the body are no longer there, it was as if he had never been injured. You are not as simple as you look, although you are a bit ugly, you also have a little bravery, which amazes people. But Hasten doesn't care about these things. If you praise me, don't tell me I'm ugly. He quickly packed up his things to leave the car, and told Pori to run to her to absorb the poison. Baisu ran after her. Wait for me too. So the challenge was over. It was also 2 months since Hasten defeated that giant centipede. Baisu told me about the location of 15 poisonous tuberculosis, and we collected 1 more silver sunflower and 5 bronze sunflowers. Yes, I am currently enjoying the happiest time of my life. Baisu has been staying with my 2 sisters for 2 months now. Hey Hasten, the instant noodles are done, you can clear the table quickly, I'm done. Wait, are you kidding me? You don't put cheese in, we're not that poor anymore, it's good to put cheese in, I bought a lot of it. Cheese, my bad, I put cheese right here. Captain, what do you think about putting 2 whole slices of cheese in noodles? Well, it's a little early for that, guys, the noodles are about to melt. Come on, let's eat quickly. The 3 of us are laughing and talking happily. It was also dark. My sister must be very sad tonight because Baisu has to go tomorrow. It's pretty sad. I just started getting close to her. But there was one thing that I was still very worried about her. Day after day, at the same time, the same words, "Dad, don't do that." "Father, why do you do that?" Sue cries every night in her dreams, but perhaps she doesn't even realize that she often has problems in her sleep. Or one night, she cried and begged, "Dad, I'll try, please don't sell me. Dad, I'm scared, Dad." Maybe it was a mental injury as a child, which she always tried to forget. Looking at how she called her father instead of him, she was probably dreaming about her biological father, not Yacha. But whether it's Dad or ya dad, everyone's name is a bunch of garbage. Phew, she must have suffered a lot. Hasten lay on the floor thinking about Sue and fell asleep when he didn't know. It was morning. Hasten and Sue were about to leave. The sister asked and told her things. She was always like that. "I brought those items to sell, stars. Be careful, don't follow strangers. And there's one more thing I want to say. My dear Sue. We've been together for 2 months, even though it's not a long time. Sue, I always thought of you as my sister. You will miss me very much. Come back whenever you want, I will wait for you." Songhwa holds the little Sue girl in her arms. Sue was moved to almost cry. And Hasten is standing there with his arms folded, thinking, "Whenever, maybe soon, but don't tell me that you love me less." Sue finally burst into tears. It seems like a long time ago. No one gave her such a warm feeling of family. Hoo, I'll definitely be back, sis. So we both set out and went to the black market. It's been a long time since I came back to this place. But why now the black market doesn't seem to be as bustling as before. Never before have I come without a fight. It's like dinner. What do you think the black market is? It's not that bad. We don't always fight. But as soon as Sue justified, the two people saw the fight scene in front of their eyes. The noise of shouting at each other resounded, the noise of a whole area. "You bastard, you cheat me, pay me before I kill you." "Stop it, what are you doing? Aren't we done with the deal? What are you talking about, you son of a bitch?" "There, you see, that's what it is. It's not a fight, it's a strange thing to be here without a fight." He shut up. "But aren't you going to stop them? It seems a bit serious." Sue doesn't care. It's true that the salesman who was being beaten was also at fault, but there was a reason why he didn't resist. Why? Because there's a man in charge of clearing this place. He's like a black market cop. There he is. Please use your hand. If you continue to cause trouble, I'm not sure I can leave it alone anymore. What? Who are you to speak up? The manager here. No, I'm sorry if you misunderstand. Hasten heard from afar and saw that there was something hidden in his voice. It was a pressure that was exactly like the pressure I had felt from God Gunai. The Godfather is the only one in charge of this area, and I'm just a member of the anti-revolution team. Hasten realized he was a hunter. Was he as strong as God Gunai? Let's see. Can a strong person like him easily deal with a B rank guy? Sue is surprised. How do you know that troublemaker is a B rank or so? Hasten bluffed again and lied to her. It must have been my super-sensitive intuition, that kind of thing, to hide the skill. Actually, that information is from the V1 treasure scent. Well, that troublemaker is stronger than I thought. He belongs to the Tiger Guild branch, named Kim Kwanho, is a knight, B-level body strength, he has overwhelming power, is a one-on-one master, second-degree rage characteristic, at least he is not an anonymous type. Hey, cleaner, I'm telling you, this guy is the wrong seller, and I'm the victim here. You can easily forgive the one who defrauded others. Hey boy, in the black market, when both parties have agreed, it will become a permanent agreement without any discussion, convenient to buy and sell. Do not buy anymore. Anyway, do not make such a mess. Forget it, I just need to give you a fight, then I'll deal with that fat guy later. Kim Kwanho was pitted against the guard. But he didn't seem to be scared, his face didn't change, but he was incredibly calm. Hey, I had a nice talk just now and gave you a chance. But you like to bring disaster on yourself. You want to fight, okay. Let's see how many lives you have, kid.